How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So, picking up where I left off on the last one, going to start to put the 7M back together. I've got, I think, pretty much everything I need now. Picked up the gaskets from Toyota, HK stopper, all the good stuff. I've already started cleaning the threads out with a tap, just to make sure the studs go in nicely and don't bind up or anything dumb. So I'm probably going to go over that again quickly, put all the studs in, make sure they do go all the way down, then I'll probably pull the studs out. I find it a real pain in the ass getting the head past that ridge with the studs in. So it's possibly easier just to wind the studs in through the head rather than sliding the head over the studs. But we'll see. I might as well give it one go. So I've got those all cleaned out a bit better now. The studs are going in further. Set that at TDC now. Head is set at TDC. Only thing I want to do is with the when the cams are in the head, you want to put the washers in the head first. Otherwise you can't slide them in. I'm going to prop that up on something so I don't bend the valves that are poking down. Slide all my washers in. Probably going to take all the studs out. I'm really not sure. I know I've struggled in the past to get the head on with these studs, and just a quick measuring, I got like 11 centimeters between there and there, and that's about the exact same height as the head. So I just feel I'm going to be like scratching the head across the top of them to get it in. So I've just got the valves sat in a wee pocket on the stool so that they don't bend. And slip in the washers now, get a little bit of ARP lube on them. And the only other thing I've got to do / check is these oil gallery bolts. The machine shop said they didn't put them in tight, they just used pliers and didn't use any sealant. So I've got to do those. Double checking I didn't miss any because that would suck. Well, that's the head all torqued on now, using ARP lube up to 90 and a touch, like recommended by ARP. I will, after the hill climb, crack and retorque all of them again. Got the head on over the studs, had to remove the water pipe from the back to get to it. I knew it was going to be a prick to get a tool to it, to get it tight. It's not currently tight, so I'm either going to have to cut down that socket, which will work, or fold up the lip on there to be able to get the tool on it. Either way, I got to remember that that's not tight. That right there is the main reason you want to use a genuine Toyota intake manifold gasket. Just got a little sealant ring around there either side for the coolant line that goes back to the head, because I have used cheap generic kits in the past and I've had it leak there. But with the genuine Toyota one, never had an issue. Well, I managed to get the intake manifold and fuel rail and everything on last night, and today just chasing all the little problems which required loud noises. So that bolt at the back of the head, I had to cut down my socket so that I could get the bar on there, so that's now tight. Clamp down there was buggered, good time to notice it, so I put a new clamp on there. Changed all the studs on the head for the exhaust manifold, except for this one, unfortunately. Really going to bother me having gold studs everywhere except for there. I can't get it out, and I am concerned that I will, in my efforts to try and remove it, I'll completely destroy it, so it can stay in there. Last thing I want to deal with is a broken stud when I'm this close to being done. So yeah, I'm just going to pick up some more nuts, because you know, colour coding things is kind of important. So I want to have nice gold nuts, which I think will look really nice against the ceramic coated manifold, as well as the gold nuts that I put on the cam gears. And I have a length of gold plated threaded rod, which I'm going to cut into length and make studs, and have a bag of gold zinc plated nuts for top of the can covers. So that's going to be my tedious task coming up, cutting all of those. The little details, you know, all the things that bother you, you get a chance to fix. I am just going to go over the car and just try and remember to get all the little bits and pieces that'll screw me over later, like that hose clamp, and make sure those hose clamps are tight, and then it's pretty much just wastegate on, downpipe on, plug a few plugs, and pretty much good to go. The only thing is the crank pulley bolt is not tight, and I might have to remove the radiator to tighten it, which is a bit of a dick. I'll see if I can pull the what do you call it, shroud off up past, but I couldn't do it last time, so I might not be able to do it again. Well, if you've managed to last it through all my time lapses, I decided to stop doing them because I figured even I wouldn't watch that many. But she is back together. Checked most of the things I need to check. Fuel doesn't leak, coolant doesn't seem to be leaking so far, but it still needs a top up. I'm about to put some oil in it, re-top up the coolant. Well, I'm just using water for now. Hopefully start her up. So with the extra baffles, extra wings on the sump and the accu sump, it takes about 9 litres roughly for an oil change. These little pourer things from Penrite are fantastic, I love them, mate. So that won't be enough oil, but what I'll do is I'll run it with the accu sump valve closed, so it'll be plenty of oil for the regular system, and then once I've finished mucking about, I'll open up the accu sump valve and fill that up, and then top up the oil after that once it's been shut down. But oh yeah, I'll just quickly top up coolant, and then I did actually want to double check my timing. I was supposed to do that while the car was in the air, but I forgot, so I just lie on the ground to do that, which is going to be fun because I just put the bumper on. So one cool part about having a electric water pump is I can, God, there's a lot of air in there. while the car's off, I can cycle the water pump on full. Timing seems alright, so I guess I'll crank her over now and get some oil pressure, and then I really should just start it up. Coil packs, I'll double check, should be disconnected right now. Push that out. So, loads of oil pressure. There's one thing I've got to do is you've got to quickly get my computer and recalibrate my TPS, because when I put the intake manifold on, I was buttoning everything up, I bumped the TPS with my hand and it was like super loose. So I've just tightened it up in a random location. I'll recalibrate it with the ECU and we should be good to kick her in the guts. Well, calibrate the TPS is a pretty simple task. TPS setup. Done. Save that to the ECU and we should be good. Plug the coils back in. Got everything in my head. Yeah, she's got coolants, got oil, got fuel. None of those leak currently. All the exhaust is on. We should be good to go. Cold start's still rubbish, so I don't expect it to fire up straight away. Fuck yeah, it's about to die, so I have to start it up again. But yeah, straight away, good times. And ignoring the horrible noises it was making as it was trying to idle at like 400 RPM, it actually sounded really good. It'd been a rattle for quite some time. I have a feeling that might have been a broken cam gear, I mean oil pump gear that I'd been well, ignoring. So let's not do that again. If I start hearing a rattling in the motor, we'll just pull the cam belt off and have a look. But I'll start it up, get it up to temperature, and then we'll take for a bit of a hoon around the block. Well, mostly good. Just a little forest fire going on over here. a tiny leak from the turbo drain, so I'm going to have to reseal that or whatever. Honestly, the turbo drain is like the bane of my existence, but it's a minor problem compared to what I've been dealing with recently. So I'm going to go inside, I'm going to pay my entry to the hill climb, I'm going to park this in the garage, and I'm going to deal with that bloody oil leak later on. But either way, we're on. Hold on. Seven in, baby. Wow. It's so peaceful here when you turn that car off. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. You're going to want to hang out and see the next video, which will be the hill climb. Cheers.